Right now at noon, a woman who died in an OWI crash in Rock County has been identified. And forever a Packer, Jordy Nelson officially retires as a member of the Green Bay Packers.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now on this Tuesday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in a bit, but first let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Dana Fulton joins us on this noon. Nice warm day out there.
Oh, beautiful outside right now. I'm wondering why we aren't doing the whole newscast outside on the patio currently. A nice clear sky. It's still a little warm and just a little humid outside. Here's a live look with our Edgewater sky cam. Again, a few clouds, but nothing compared to, of course, what we had last night. Our Doppler track is going to stay quiet throughout the afternoon and evening. We're close to 78 currently in Madison. Of course, we'll continue to climb into the mid to low 80s for those afternoon highs. About 77 in Platteville with a little bit of a breeze coming from the northwest. Not enough to cool us down, though, unfortunately. Now, the rest of the afternoon will be nice and sunny. For tomorrow, we are looking at the chance for some showers and thunderstorms to creep back in for Wednesday. We'll take a closer look, though, at the rest of the evening and the rest of the work week in just a few minutes. Mark?
We will see you then. Thank you, Dana. Topping the news today, the Rock County Medical Examiner's Department is releasing the name of the woman who died following a crash in the town of Magnolia. The woman has been identified as 59-year-old Maria Mata Mendoza of Madison. The crash happened Sunday night. Rock County officials said Daniel Good was driving southbound on Highway 59 and did not stop at the stop sign, and he hit a vehicle driven by Mata Mendoza. Good was arrested on several charges, including homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle. Police say he had been arrested for 3 previous OWIs. A passenger in Mata Mendoza's car was injured. Madison police officers looking for burglars who took residents' personal property early this morning. MPD officials responded to the 400 block of Junction Road at 1:15 this morning. The residents said they woke up to the sounds of someone inside their home. They yelled, "We're calling the police," at the burglars, who then left with items from the home. President Trump plans to visit El Paso and Dayton tomorrow to pay his respects to the victims of this weekend's 2 mass shootings. Today, investigators return to the scene of Dayton's mass shooting, which is now filled with flowers and tributes to the victims. At the same time, Ohio's governor announced a series of proposals to address gun violence and mental illness, including safety protection orders.
These orders would allow the removal of firearms from potentially dangerous individuals and get them the mental health treatment that they need.
In Texas, new details have emerged about the alleged gunman in the El Paso Walmart attack. Police say the suspect, Patrick Cruces, drove at least 10 hours from his home in Allen to El Paso. They say he got lost and stopped at Walmart because he was hungry. A funeral home in El Paso announced it would cover the cost of the victim's funeral services. The recent mass shootings have renewed the debate over the nation's gun laws. The tragedies have also pushed the issue to the forefront of the race for the White House. There are some differences in the details, but Democratic contenders generally support expanding the national gun background check system, renewing a ban on military-style assault weapons, and passing red flag laws to temporarily block people from buying a gun if they're considered an imminent risk to themselves or to others.
We can, in fact, make a major effort to get them off the street and out of the possession of people.
If you need a license in America to drive a car, you should need a license to buy a gun and to possess it.
In Congress, some Republicans are now saying they're willing to work with Democrats to implement red flag laws. In recent days, Democrats have been calling on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to recall the Senate to take up gun control legislation. The great novelist and the first black female author to receive the Nobel Prize, Toni Morrison has died. She was 88. Morrison wrote 11 novels, 5 children's books, plays, and even an opera during her 6-decade career. In 2012, Morrison received the highest U.S. civilian award when Fan and President Obama draped her with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Toni Morrison died at a New York hospital last night. Her family said she passed away peacefully, surrounded by family and friends. Jordy Nelson is officially a Packer forever. The Green Bay Packers are honoring Jordy Nelson's retirement today with a ceremony. Nelson spent 10 seasons with the Packers and 1 season with the Oakland Raiders. He had 69 touchdown receptions, 7,800 receiving yards in his 11 years as a pro. When asked what made him so successful on the football field, this is what he had to say.
I don't know. honestly don't. Like I said, I kept it simple, just did what I was supposed to do and what I was taught. So I've had a lot of people ask questions of what the secret is, how do we get faster, how do you get whatever, and it's just work and pay attention and do what you're asked, I guess. I don't know. I honestly can't answer that.
The former Pro Bowler also helped the Packers win Super Bowl 45. He had 9 catches for 140 yards. Madison police are working together with local residents to cut down on crime, and that's the focus of an event they are hosting tonight. Communities across the country will band together for the annual National Night Out Against Crime. It's an initiative to build community spirit and help people get to know their neighbors and law enforcement officers. Local police say there are some simple things that can be done to curb crime.
Right now, it seems the most important thing is keep your garage door closed at all times. Yeah. Lock your house, lock your cars. Don't leave anything of value in your car that's visible, including your garage door opener. But they seem to be targeting driving around looking for garages that are open and then entering the houses through the attached garage. So that's one fairly simple tip.
And the event isn't just about crime. There are fun activities for all ages, and the K-9 and Mounted Patrol will also be there. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Join me today as we visit a farm and meet the folks who run it. It's not what you might expect, so don't you go anywhere. You know, these days, we all seem to be interested in not only where our food comes from, but we also want to know more about the people behind it. So in salute of August being National Catfish Month, we met up with the Wilson family, who has been farming catfish for generations.
Hello, my name's Dean Wilson Jr. Everybody knows me as Butch, and the name on my farm is Dean Wilson Farms. I got 2 kids, a daughter, Deepo, she's married to Willard, and Willard manages the farm here, along with my son, Travis Wilson.
We have 450 acres of catfish that are in production this year.
Travis Wilson and I share the responsibilities of running the farm. We both work diligently at maintaining the catfish, raising the catfish.
We feed them natural grain. There's no hormones, there's no additives. We just feel like it's the safest fish in the world.
When they talked about being a U.S. farm-raised catfish farmer, the words ethical, family, sustainability, and pride came up over and over.
So I think about how lucky we are to have something that's been in our family for so many generations. And I take great pride in the fact that my family helps to produce for our friends and for our neighbors.
And so you can give this all-American favorite a try. We came up with a fresh-tasting fish taco that highlights U.S. farm-raised catfish. It's simple to make, fun to serve, and is a classic that you'll probably make over and over again. The recipe for what we call our crazy good catfish tacos is online now. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fresh from the farm way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a warm and humid Tuesday across southern Wisconsin. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is tracking some potential showers and thunderstorms for later this week. So more in your first alert forecast. Well, China pushes back against currency war claims and free eats for the rest of the week. Mark Liverman has more in today's Money Watch report.
China's central bank is criticizing a U.S. decision that designates the country as a currency manipulator, saying the accusation will cause turmoil in financial markets. Beijing allowed its currency to reach an 11-year low Monday. President Trump tweeted this morning that massive amounts of money were coming into the U.S. from its trade rival, and that the U.S. is in a strong position. 4 former Federal Reserve chairs are calling for independence for the system and its chair, Jerome Powell. In a Wall Street Journal op-ed, they indirectly addressed President Trump's threats to remove Powell, adding that the Fed's independence is crucial for making decisions that are not based on, quote, the interests of a small group of politicians. Barney's New York, an icon of luxury retail, has filed for bankruptcy. The retailer said it will focus on running only 5 of its namesake stores. Barney's plans to close stores in Chicago, Las Vegas, and Seattle, along with several of its concept and warehouse stores. And monthly subscription service DoorDash is offering an entire week of free food for new and existing customers. Today, you can get free Chipotle chips and salsa, free Wendy's Frosties are up tomorrow, and Auntie Anne's pretzels this Thursday. On Friday, you taste Burger King's Impossible Whopper. DoorDash is also offering a 1-month trial at no cost. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Mark Liverman.
Mark, thank you. At the noon hour, the Dow Industrial is coming back from yesterday's big loss, up 92 points. The NASDAQ is up 41. The S&P 500 up 12. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee. The China trade issue is directly hitting farmers now.
Yeah, and they've targeted us again today, Mark, and our commodities are losing ground in big numbers. What we're finding out is that China has basically revoked a gesture that they had made earlier in July to allow some of their state-owned companies to bypass the imposed tariffs on U.S. soybeans. That was helping some of the sales from the United States to make it actually in to China. Today, they revoked that gesture, so it's back game on with full-on tariffs when it comes to China against U.S. soybeans. That's just one of the commodities that fears this tone is only going to continue to degrade. A lot of talk yesterday that if this continues another 7 or 8 months, it is going to draw us into a global recession. So again, like I said, I'm glad to see the Dow Jones Industrial Average trying to crawl back a little bit, but our commodities are lower on the midday. Wisconsin farmers are enjoying this moderate weather that we've seen over the past 7 days' time. Wisconsin farmers say 65% of their corn is in good to excellent condition, up 2 percentage points compared to last week. 53% of our corn is in the silk stage. 66% of our soybeans are blooming, and 69% of that crop's called good to excellent, up 4 percentage points from last week. Harvest continues for our wheat producers. 46% of Wisconsin's winter wheat is already off, and 64% of that crop's called good to excellent, a 3-point increase in a week. And 6% of our Wisconsin potato crop also looking good. That has been harvested in much better shape for our Wisconsin potato producers this year as far as weather conditions than last. Barrel cheese today closes 2 cents higher at $1.71. 40-pound block cheese was up 3/4 cents at $1.86 3/4. The double A butter up 1/4 cent today at $2.35 a pound. So dairy doing all right. I'm heading, got my truck running, ready to go. Heading over to Wisconsin State Fair Park tonight. It's the governor's Blue Ribbon Meat Products Auction to benefit Wisconsin 4-H. I'll be the MC. Hope to see a good crowd there tonight. The weather definitely not an excuse for people not to enjoy the Wisconsin State Fair this week, Mark.
Fair weather in more ways than one.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
Have fun at the fair. See you
Thank
later.
you.
Here's Dana now with that forecast.
Things are looking great outside this afternoon. Already mostly sunny. We started off the morning with a few clouds still hanging around. It's warm outside, but our Doppler track thankfully quiet because we had quite some rain come through late yesterday. As far as those rainfall totals are concerned, the bright purple colors that we're seeing there, that's close to 2 inches. So we did have some isolated areas pick up a little over 2 inches of rainfall. Most of Dane County, though, right at about 1.25 to 1.5 inches. And then these greener areas that you could see just at about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of rain. But a lot coming through last night, and we had the heavier rainfall at times and a very electric show in the sky. So it was quite an active storm system sliding through. That cold front, though, now to the east, and we are looking at a pretty quiet afternoon. High pressure's down to the southwest for us, so it's sending a little northwest breeze in our direction. Unfortunately, not enough of northwest flow to really cool us down today. It is still a little warm outside. Again, that cold front is going to continue to push east. Our next cold front will start to approach tomorrow. Right now, it's draped into the northern portion of the plains. As it gets closer late Wednesday, we do have the chance for more showers and thunderstorms, but that cold front's going to bring some cooler air. It'll be a little more pleasant outside by Thursday, Friday, and heading into the weekend. Our dew points will also drop off just a little more. About 78 right now in Madison, 77 in Dubuque and in Milwaukee. Compared to this time yesterday, it is a little bit of a drop in our temperatures. Not a big drop, though. Dew point-wise, we're still sitting in a very similar spot, mid to low 60s. So it does still feel just a little humid outside. A little lower than yesterday, but again, not by much. Looking ahead through the rest of the afternoon, you should be good to go with any evening plans. Forecast looks pretty decent, mostly sunny. For Wednesday, we start off the day with sunshine. Later in the afternoon and evening, though, those storm chances start to approach as that cold front creeps closer. Not looking at much severe potential for tomorrow, but we will be keeping an eye on the radar, of course, as those showers and thunderstorms do start to move in late in the day. By Thursday, the rain is off to the east. We're looking at a mostly clear sky and some sunshine for Thursday. It'll be a little breezy outside, but that breeze coming from the northwest, so temperature-wise, it'll be a little closer to average in the upper 70s, close to 80 for those afternoon highs, and we won't have to factor in our dew points nearly as much. Overnight lows will drop to the mid-60s because our temperatures will start to get closer to our dew points. We may have some patchy fog early on Wednesday. Otherwise, sunny in the morning, and then in the afternoon, the clouds build in, as well as the chances for some showers and isolated thunderstorms for late on Wednesday. Thursday, though, of course, the rain doesn't linger at all. Clears on out of here overnight. Now, tonight, again, only dropping to about 64. That patchy fog possible early in the morning, but it should be a mostly clear sky. Tomorrow, plan on temperatures climbing into the mid-80s in front of that cold front, but in the afternoon, when the showers and thunderstorms start to build on in, we'll watch our temperatures back off just a little bit. Another warm and humid day, but we get that partly sunny sky in the forecast early on. Enjoy the sun for the rest of the day. We have sun tomorrow morning, and then, of course, sunshine for the end of the week. But at the end of the week, it'll also be just a little more comfortable behind that second cold front. We get to enjoy temperatures in the upper 70s. We'll let our dew points fall back just a little bit also. Again, for your Wednesday evening, no real severe potential right now, but some of those showers and thunderstorms could bring some heavier rain at times. So we'll just keep an eye on things for later on Wednesday. But you were right. Fair weather is fantastic. It's very fair.
There you go.
For the rest of the week and the weekend, it should be just fine outside if you have any outdoor plans.
Yeah, it's looking good for the middle of August.
It really is, honestly. It could be much, much worse. And these are the kind of days we're going to talk about once we get into December.
Absolutely. All right, Dana, thank you. Ahead of noon, Angie Edge with the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin is here. She's sharing a recipe for a bacon cheeseburger that's loaded with Wisconsin cheese from a local cheese master. We'll be right back. Angie Itch from the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin is here. She has a recipe for a bacon cheeseburger. This one heard bacon cheeseburger, so she's going to help.
Drifted right on over.
Yeah, so
Hi.
we have lots of cheese for you guys to try today. Of course, with Wisconsin making over 600 varieties, we have the ultimate bacon cheeseburger featuring 2 delicious Wisconsin cheeses. So very simple to make, and if you have some fresh garden ingredients, there's some fresh arugula and some baby spinach.
It's that time of the year.
It's that time of year.
Absolutely.
Gives it a little color. Everyone loves bacon on their burgers. And to spice it up a notch, we also have a little jalapeno jam that gives it a little great flavor. And of course, 2 types of Wisconsin cheeses. So a butter case cheese, which means butter cheese, creamy, melts
Butter
beautifully.
cheese, what are you talking about?
Butter cheese. We were just learning about
Butter
this.
case. We have several Wisconsin cheesemakers that make the butter case,
Try it.
especially in Greene County. The next is a Chedster cheese, which is a mixture between Munster and cheddar together. And for you, Mark, I know you like a little bit sharper cheddar, so you could definitely spice it up and add that as well. So this month, we're featuring our 25th anniversary of our master cheesemakers, and we're so proud that in Wisconsin, we have over 90 cheesemakers that have graduated from that program.
Wow.
What does it take?
It's very rigorous. You have to be making cheese and be a licensed cheesemaker for 10 years, and then it's a 3-year apprentice program and courses at UW-Madison.
Wow.
And that gets you certified in 1 cheese, and we have several that are certified in several cheeses. So today we're featuring Steve Stetler from Broadhead, Wisconsin, and he's a master cheesemaker in 4 different varieties of cheeses. He went to the program 4 times and got certified in 6 types of cheeses. So if it has that master's mark on it, you know it's a very elite cheese in Wisconsin.
Wow. Talented man.
Yes.
Talented, a lot
and
of
we
time
have
invested.
several Wisconsin master cheesemakers, so
Does
something to be very proud of. We're the only place outside of Europe that has a master cheesemaker program.
And there's 25 currently active?
Over 70 currently
Oh.
active, but 90 that have gone through the program.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
We started right here in Madison.
We should be proud.
Yes.
All right. And these, you can find these anywhere?
You can find their local cheeses. You can always go out to Decatur Dairy and try them yourself.
Go to the website?
Yep. You can figure out wisconsincheese.com, and you can find the ultimate burger recipe.
Can't wait to dig
Yes.
It was delicious.
in. All right. Final look at the forecast.
Yes.
There we
so,
go.
If you're grilling out this evening, good to go for if you do want to do an ultimate burger or ultimate cheeseburger. We're going to stay mostly sunny through the rest of the afternoon and evening. Temperatures will land in the low 80s for those afternoon highs. Wednesday, it is going to be just a little warmer and a little more humid. A cold front approaches, bringing a chance for showers and thunderstorms late in the day. Behind that front, though, we finally back off just a little bit. Temperatures for the end of the week will be in the upper 70s, and it won't be nearly as humid outside either as we head into the weekend. So great weather for grilling. Also great state fair weather, too.
And the average high is going down now.
It is going down. Our hours of daylight are getting less and less, so it is
Enjoy it while
slowly
you can.
creeping down.
All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.
Thank you.